It is your girl, the one, the only Ash Said It, ashsaidit.com. And of course, this is the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate you guys tuning into your girl. You know, we got so much stuff going on this week. We are shooting stuff. Of course, you can check out ashsaidit.com right now for episode numero deux. The second episode of Ash BTV is live up on ashsaidit.com. Go check it out. Check it out. And I'm having a great day. I'm having a wonderful day, especially today, because we are talking about some good, tasty, high quality, cupcakes from cutiecakes.net. I have the founder, CEO of cutiecakes.net right here with me, Andrea Dumas. How are you, darling?
I am fine, Ash. How are you?
I am doing fantabulous. These cupcakes are so doggone good. They are so good. It's so convenient. I can't believe I can get them at Kroger stores every week.
Yeah, you can shake, pour, and bake. I say it's the scratch in the bottle. It's homemade. Just that you can have your cake and eat it too in 20 minutes.
Okay, and it's just so doggone convenient because some people are like, oh, well, I don't have the eggs. I didn't want to add no cinnamon to it. Just shake, pour, and bake. It doesn't get any simpler, people. It does not get any simpler than that.
And it really doesn't, because you mentioned eggs, because you think about it, when you go into the stores down the bake alley, you pick up a box of cake mix. You got to buy a whole dozen of eggs to use 2 eggs. You got to buy a whole bottle of oil to use a cup or a cup and a half of oil. So you just think about the stuff that you have to buy, and you don't even need all of it. And with Cutie Cake cupcake batter in a bottle, you just shake, pour, and bake. Everything is already in it. The eggs, all of that is already in it, and you just shake it, pour, and bake it, and it makes the cupcakes, as you know. It makes a dozen of cupcakes. It makes cakes. It makes chewies. It makes cheesecakes. So we have all of that on my website, and you actually mentioned the www.cutiecakes.net, where you can go and see all of the recipes that you can make with the Cutie Cake cupcake batter in the bottle. Very, very easy.
Yes. Certainly. So, all right. So, what is I don't know if you can tell me this or not. This may be, a Cutie Cake secret, but what is the process to making this batter? Like, I mean, are you at home with one of those giant, mixers with tons of flour? Is there flour all over your house somewhere? Or what? How do you make this batter?
Child, no, nah, no. But the thing about it that you mentioned about at home doing that, it all started from home. Then I got my own bakery, and then the actual concept came from me being in a bakery and trying to find ways to streamline things for myself, because it was just me in the beginning. So I had to, think about convenience. And so it was the same batter, the exact same batter that I use for all of my cakes in the bakery is the exact same batter that's in the bottle in Kroger stores in the refrigerator section. But now I have a manufacturer that does it, because it's just too much. We started in 29. Well, I won't say 30, because I thought it was 29, but we're in 30. Started in 30 stores. And those 30 stores are spread out, and even 5 stores can be a lot for a process such as this, when if 6 comes to a case, and you fill in bottles and all of that stuff. So you have to have the right equipment to do that type of stuff. And even though they may say 30 stores, well, they may come back and wish they have 567 cases, 225 cases, 150. Well, you got 6 bottles to a case.
Wow.
So that's a lot of batter. And we got 3 flavors. So no, I don't do it at home. Again, it started at home, went from home to the bakery, but now that we're in Kroger, it's actually being manufactured. It's a manufacturer here in Georgia that does it for us. That's nothing that I do. I had one customer I was in the store buying, and she said she knew me. She said, "You buying your own mix?" I said, "Yeah, girl, I ain't got time to. I'm gonna see before it makes it." Yeah, I made it easy. Yeah, girl, I sure am. Sorry about that because I don't feel like going home and making up. So yeah,
That's
I
too
even buy it,
funny. That is
and it's
awesome.
my
See that's what I like. I like a person, an entrepreneur. You know, say you will to invest back, put it back into the business. I love that,
That's
Andrea.
right. Buy it
I
right from the
love
store.
that.
Got something need something quick. So I'm like, oh, yep, we're going right to the
Yep.
store right around the corner.
Bam.
Look, it's coming back. The money coming back to me anyway. So right on.
That's what I'm saying. You know, it's a circle of life.
Yeah, that's what it is.
The circle of life. So, Andrea, where did Cutie Cakes come from? Like, was there a specific situation that happened, or was it just more convenient one day? Where did Cutie Cakes come from?
No, well, it all started with my mother. So, um, let me tell the front end story to it. The front end story is kind of funny because when my grandmother passed in 2003, I did some things to keep her memory alive. One of the things was I was trying to fill that void, so I started doing catering with this recipe she taught me, and it kind of got things got big, and so my aunt, my dad's only sister, but her and my mom were the best of friends, and she told my mom one day, she said, I want. She don't have any kids. She's no longer with us, but she said, I want. My nickname is Arnie, so they call me Arnie. Andrea, but they call me Arnie. I want Arnie to keep my memory alive, like she's dead mama. And her and my aunt were close, and so my mom was like, "That's your child. That's my child. She's gonna keep my memory alive." So, they going back and forth on the phone. So, mom gets off the phone with her and called me. I just got finished talking to your aunt. Guess what she said, girl? It's like went like that, and I was like, "Oh, okay, mama, but I'm gonna keep doing." It was like it was almost like you better, And I was like, "But I'm gonna keep you, my mom. I'm gonna keep your memory alive." But
Mm-hmm.
even though it started like that, it was kind of funny where it started. I always would tell her, I'm gonna keep your memory alive. So when she found out she had cancer, she had a very rare blood cancer, and she found out on my baby daughter's birthday, which was May 4th, 2010, and she passed from the cancer April 2011, 11 months to the date. And so one of the things that because I always would tell her, and I always remembered, even though it started as her, kind of with my aunt, I knew that I had to do that. And one of the things um, happened was when she found out she had cancer, she lost a lot of weight, and I would go up and down. Me and my sister, I'd be up and down the road, so I would go home because I'm from Savannah originally. Go home and be with her for a week, and then my sister would, take off and be with her. And so I was there working most of the time for her doctor's appointments as well. So she had lost a lot of weight, and the doctor was like, "Ms. Mars, no, this is not good." And she's like, "I just don't have any appetite." And he said, "For nothing?" And she said, "For nothing." And he said, "What is your favorite food?" And she said, "Cake." And she wasn't lying, because she can bake a mean cake. But my mama's favorite food really was cake. And he said cake, and she turned around and she looked at me. She said, "In fact, her cake, her cake. She always asked me to bake her cake that tastes like, baby, that cake that tastes like a brownie cake." And so she turned around and she said, "In fact, her cake." And so the doctor looked at me and he said, "I want you to bake her all the cake she wants." And so when we walked out the door, I was walking out. I said, "Mama, I don't know if that was a setup or what." But really, up until my mama passed, the month before she passed, she came here in Atlanta and stayed with me for a month. And so I baked her up some cakes, and I said, "Mama, she lived by herself." I said, what you need all these cakes for?" She said, "For me." I said, "No." I said, "You're going to eat those. You're going to take those cakes and take them home." And I was talking about my nieces and nephews. You're going to let them all come over there and eat them up. And she said, "No, I'm not." So I kid you not, Ash, about 3 weeks later, she called me. She said, "I need me another cake." I said, "Mama, you had two cakes. What happened? You did just what I thought you were going to do? You gonna let them? Yeah. She said, girl, please, I ate all them cakes myself. And I was like, wow. So it was like 3 months, 3 weeks after she left, and then about a week later, that's when the cancer came back, and it took her out within 2 weeks. So I never got to bake her those cakes again. But the thing about it was, she left her doing what she liked the best,
Mm-hmm.
eating cakes and my cakes. And so
Oh.
I knew that she loved cakes, so I figured I started Shirley Cakes. Shirley Cakes I started online, and because my mama loved cake, and her personality was really bubbly. She loved to laugh. She would laugh till she cried for real. I think that's where I get that from.
Mm-hmm.
But you would do something to yourself, and she'll before she'll ask you, "Are you okay?" She'll laugh at you first. Then she'll say, "You okay?" But she was that type of person. She loved to laugh, and so I was like, I need to put all her personality in these
Mm-hmm.
cakes. And so I
Wow.
started selling them online. And so they were
Mm.
like, if lemon, so it was yellow, it was chocolate, her favorite, it was red velvet, it was orange cream, it was a lavender, it was purple, which is a lavender color. So I had all these different colors and different flavors. And people began to order them like, oh, I need a cake in a box. Because the cakes were square, so I had them in a box. And if your cake was a lavender, it had a purple ribbon, and you can write a little, note to whomever you were sending it to because people were sending them as gifts. So it went well, and that's how it got to the point where I couldn't do it anymore at home because people here in Atlanta started hearing about it. I was getting more, you know, orders from people that weren't here. They were online.
Mm.
And then people in Atlanta started hearing about it, and it was like, oh, can I get a birthday cake? A Shirley cake, birthday cake? Can I get? And so I knew then that I could no longer do it at home. When that my plans for myself, but the plans God had for me was totally different.
Right.
And so I had to find a space. But my thing was I never had a brick and mortar before, so I was like stepping out on faith, and I didn't want anything too big because I felt if it didn't work, hey, that I wouldn't lose too much. But it was 600 square foot, and I did everything square feet, and I did everything right there from baking to having people. It was a sit down shop, and everything was right there. And it was called Shirley Cakes. And then when I started doing, people wanted to sample the different flavors. I had to find a way to miniature size those big square cakes into
Mm-hmm.
little samples. And then people was like, well, I never seen a square cupcake. I'm like, this ain't no cupcake, it's a sample. Well, can I buy the sample? No, it's just for you to sample it. Once you finish with it, if you have some left, you can take it home. So I had a friend say, I was like, yeah, because I kept being pushed. I'm already pushed out the house from doing cakes, and
Mm-hmm.
now I'm pushing this and that. They're pushing me here and pushing me there. But you have to listen to your customers. I
Yeah.
learned that.
Yeah.
So I said, I had one of my customers say, Andrea, if the customers are asking you for these cupcakes, you need to give it to them. And she was right, but I didn't want to be a me too. Because look, we know everybody doing cupcakes. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I want to do cupcakes. Everybody doing cupcakes. And so when I talked to my husband about it, and he was like, yeah, go ahead and give it to him. I said, what do we call them? Because my cakes, they were square. And he said, call them cutie cakes. So we became Shirley Cutie Cakes Bakery. And so we had the big square cakes, and people loved the square cakes because it was like, I never had a square cake before. I never
Mm-hmm.
had square cupcakes before. And so that's how Cutie Cakes was born, the actual bakery and the cake. And the batter came from me needing the convenience because I was there by myself when I started because, of course, it was much more than what we thought it would be to run a bakery, to start a bakery. So I had to make it convenient. So I would go in and mix up the batter and as people ordered cakes or as I needed to bake up more of the cutie cakes, I would shake, pour, and bake it. And I wasn't doing it for any store. I was doing it for convenience for me. That's how I was born.
Isn't that something, they always say, life is what happens when you're making plans. You had no plans to make cutie cakes, but the stars were aligned, you know?
I guess you're right because I had no plans for no bakery, no plans for no product, and
Wow.
never ever. And Kroger found out about it. Gosh, the thing that was so amazing to me when they said, "There's no such thing. You created a category," and I'm like, "What?" I
Wow.
wasn't looking to do that either. You've created a character. There is no such thing as a liquid cake batter. And the closest thing they had told me when they invited me to corporate to Cincinnati was
Wow.
the pancake mix and stuff. What is that called? Shake and bake, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But it's in stores now. But it's powder, but you have to add water to
You
it.
gotta, yeah. I remember that.
You know which one I'm?
I know which
Yeah,
one you're talking
it's
about. I
still in
can't
the
think of the
stores.
name. Yeah, it's still out there, but I can't
I
think of the
can't think of
name.
the name of it
Mm-hmm.
either. Yeah, but that was the closest thing they said. But what they were saying was that the reason why this still sit in the category of its own because it was a liquid batter. You still had to add water, and the pancake mix was still dry until you added the
Right.
water.
Mm.
Yeah, and what they said was that with you not having to add anything, I mean, the customer only have to actually just take it home and shake her, add nothing. There is no such thing. There is no category. So it's like I really didn't have any I don't have any competition. Um, when people are like, what's your competition? I really don't.
Yeah.
Based on what Kroger said, I don't have competition because there is no such thing. And then it's in the refrigeration section.
Mm-hmm.
It's not on the when people first went in the store. People were looking for it, and they were sending inboxes, emails. I'm looking for it. Where's that? Where you at? I'm on out. First of all, you're in the wrong section. It's not on the. It's not in the dry. Dry
Mm-hmm.
goods. Baking section is the baking section. Refrigeration, which is the cookie dough. And Kroger, I remember that day they was sitting there trying to think while I was there. Okay, where are we gonna put this at? We gotta find out where we're gonna put it at. And I'm looking at them
Yeah.
like, I don't know where I'm sitting here waiting for y'all to tell me where it's gonna be put at because this is all new to me. So
Yeah.
they were like, I think it would be when they started looking at the ingredients, they was looking at what was in it, and it was like, this would be good in the dairy. It's got eggs in it. And they were saying, it needs to be refrigerated. And then it's prime real estate because it's where the eggs and the butter, so everybody go in the store and get eggs and butter,
Yeah.
milk, so it's back there. And the closest dessert to it is the cookie dough.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
either
Wow.
right above the cookie dough or right next to the cookie dough refrigeration.
Wow. So and y'all didn't even know. I didn't even realize. I'm on the line now. I'm talking to a trailblazer right now. You made Kroger tell you that you created a whole new category. That is amazing. That blows my mind.
It makes ashes. I mean, these were directors. These are directors of categories for Kroger,
Yes.
and they were sitting there talking to me. I'm sitting there with my mouth wide open, like for real.
Wow.
I'm learning stuff more and more every day. And what the thing they kept saying, this is genius, and I was like, ooh, nobody would use genius with my name before. So it's like this is genius. This is genius, and that's all I kept hearing. This is genius, and I'm like, I've
Wow.
never had my name used with genius in the same sentence next to nothing. But that's what they kept.
Yes.
And Kroger's the type of company, they're one of the world's largest
Yes.
um,
Retailers.
store.
Yeah.
People don't realize that Kroger on the West Coast, they if you look at go on their website, their banner is Kroger, but up under their banner they have Fred Meyer's and
Mhm.
Fry's and Albertsons. They own all of those stores. They own Kangaroos.
Mhm.
They own all of that. So they're nationwide. They're not just
Yeah.
on the East Coast. They're everywhere. But they may
Yes.
be up under different names. Like I guess when they decided to buy these companies out, they kept those names, but they own the stores. They are Kroger. So Kroger is nationwide, and when you hear somebody like a Kroger say genius and we got to have this product because they said we feel that this product will move, and they like to be the first to get anything that's new. If they can get their
Mhm.
hands on the first,
Right.
they want to get their hands on the first. So, and then with me, this is what I am as well. I am a curse certified, so I am a double minority.
Mm.
And so, with being a double minority, most of the stores like the Krogers and the Walmarts and the Home Depots places like this, they have in their model, a business model where it's supply diversity, where they're set to do business with minority-owned companies.
Right.
And when you are a minority, that's one thing, but then here you're a double minority. You are a woman and a woman of color. That makes it
Yes.
look double good on Kroger's book.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to just take it because of course, you got to have something we like. But, on top, you got something that we not like, we love, and then you're a double minority on top of that. So
Yes.
I am, you're certified. So it's like more so with them when you're certified and you're supplied coming through their supplier diversity program, you're more so coming through a special door than with the big boys. And you're not you're treated different because you are that minority or that minority. So you're not treated like the big boys. It's almost like you're in a special club when
Mm-hmm.
you go to the airport. You can go in here and wait if your flight is canceled or whatever, and you
Yeah.
go in these special clubs. It's almost like you're in a special club with Kroger or with the Walmart or with the Home Depot, whomever. You got a lot of these companies. They do. They're called supply. They have supply diversity where they do business with minorities, and so that makes it even better. That I have a part that they love, not like, but love, and then I'm in their supply diversity program.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So where did things turn for you as far as closing the bakery? How did that decision come?
When I realized how big that this opportunity was, and I didn't know, I guess because my hands are on was on this product every day, all day,
Mm-hmm.
so I didn't realize the the enormous of this product or the the hugeness of it or the bigness or whatever you want to call it of it until I met with Kroger in Cincinnati at their corporate office and just to hear them speak about it, I realized that I had to put all of my attention on this product now.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got back, I realized it was just so overwhelming. I was very overwhelmed. I was really tired trying to run the bakery. I'm here 10 and 12 hours a day. I'm doing all these custom cakes, these birthday cakes, wedding cakes, and then I have a full retail shop where people come in and buy every day, for at least we were 6 days a week. It was just too much in me to try to get this product to where it needed to be because what happened was when Kroger took a liking for it and wanted it,
Mm-hmm.
they got involved with, okay, well, we think you need to do this, change up the packaging a little bit, do this, do that. So, they became involved with me creating this package for this product. Kind of, they heard from me what I thought it should be, and then I heard from them, and we kind of put it together. This is what it needs to look like. So they love the packaging. So I had to start focusing on more on that than I did had time for the bakery. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be able to keep this bakery open and make sure I'm working this product to get it into people's buggies, because
Yeah.
Kroger they create the foot traffic. Everybody,
Right.
no matter whether you're in Kroger or you're Macy's, they create the
Mm-hmm.
foot traffic. You got to get those customers to pick up your product.
Yeah.
So I know what I had to do was I had to be able to do that, and I'm like, I knew that I could not split my time 50-50 because something wasn't getting 100% of my time or
Right.
100% of my attention. And I know that I couldn't do that because this is an opportunity of a lifetime, especially since I now know that this is a new category. There is no such thing. And Kroger, love the name Cutie Cakes. I can't remember, Ash, the name that I gave them that I wanted because I wanted the name to be something different.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, no, 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 no. We like Cutie Cakes. We like Cutie Cakes. Let's stick with Cutie Cakes. And I was like, okay. And they knew that was the name of the bakery, and knew that that was already out there. So the other thing I thought about was I cannot leave this bakery in the hands of just anybody,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that they mess up the name of the product is in Kroger. That's not gonna
Mm.
look good.
No. No, you
So
gotta
yeah,
handle it.
so I knew that I had to make a choice, and I prayed about it. I pray about everything. Sometimes
Yeah.
I miss, but when I miss, I know. But
Mm-hmm.
I pray. I try to pray about everything, and I just. I mean, I actually shed some tears because I knew that I was going to hurt a lot of people by closing that bakery. Because it got to where it was because of word of mouth, and I heard God in one of my meditations. He said, "Let it go." He didn't say let it go. He said let go.
Yeah.
Take the back. Let go. And you know, I've known God enough to know when it's Him talking to me and when He's telling me something. You know, but, most of the time I go back and keep questioning and questioning. Okay, did you say this? Or are you sure? And you know, I got to do it. Can we do it this way? Let it go. Let go. Let
Mm.
go. That's what I kept hearing. And so I knew I had to let go. But I knew that if I didn't, I knew that I was gonna mess up if I didn't do because God sits high, He looks low. He sees everything in everybody, and I know He sees what's gonna happen in my future before,
Right.
and I know He would know. He knows what's gonna. He knows what would happen if I did not do what He said. I knew that it was the outcome wasn't gonna be good for me
Right.
if I did the opposite of what He said because He knows what's best, and so I I mean, I had some customers that shed some tears.
Yeah.
I actually did. I did too, but I'm like, I got to do this because, you know, who knows? Yeah, again, at this time, it may be for me to let go, but in the future, God can restart it right back up. But at this time, it's like I need your attention here, and so that's where I had to. The decision was made to let it go and concentrate on this opportunity that you have on the program. Then the other thing is when the idea was, you know, placed in my spirit and all the things that happened. I was in my bakery one day and I mean, it was just the grace of God. And God said to me, you don't even know the magnitude of this product.
Mm.
And I was like, wow, even though I knew the meaning of the word magnitude, I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to look it up again.
Yeah.
I was like, I got it. You know, I had to look it up again. I said, because it was like, God, some people think when God speaks, He's so loud and thunderous, and no, that's not Him.
Mm-mm.
He don't, you know, it's not like that. But His voice was so loud but so soft at the same time. It was like I was looking around in the baby. Did anybody hear that besides me? And I was in there by myself because I hadn't opened yet. I was
Yeah.
preparing to open, but it knocked me off my foot,
Mm.
my feet. I'm sorry, it knocked me off my feet. His voice was so loud that all I could do was just cradle in the corner in the bakery and just squat down and cry and hold my
Wow.
head because you don't know the magnitude of this product.
Mm.
Don't mess up, you know. And I was like, wow. And so look where it's gotten me and where it's still going. And it's like, this product is really, it's selling, it's doing itself. You know,
Yeah.
that's one reason I know it's God because what has happened thus far. You know, all I did, I can say, is just make it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of building its own, doing its own thing. You know, it really is. You know, it's selling itself. It's, you know, it's like I need you, but it really is pretty much doing its own thing, and I thank God for that. So that tells me that this is a God thing. It's not an Andrea thing.
Absolutely.
It's God.
Definitely. All right,
Mm-hmm.
Andrea. So we've got a couple of questions from the chat room. The first question comes from Janet B. She wants to know shelf life. How long does this product last in your refrigerator? Hmm.
90 days.
90
So
days.
it'll have a sell by date,
Mm-hmm.
or I think it's sell by or use by date. Um, but it's 90 days. And even though, and let me say this, even though it's 90 days on the shelf, you know, that's the date I felt safe with, as Kroger said.
Yeah.
And I say we can actually go another month, but you know, it's just like anything, any dairy
Yeah.
product, anything that says bye bye or sell by. That's
Mm-hmm.
just the date that they because you put in your refrigerator, you still got some more time on it. So 90
Yeah.
days from the date you see it, and then of course you know you can still have dates because the whole thing is what's really carrying it is it has the rising agent. That's what it has to do. It has to rise. You know, as long as it's
Gotcha.
refrigerated, it's good. But the rising agent. So
Mm.
you from Kroger's from the date on the bottle is 90 days.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. All right. Trenton from Atlanta wants to know, are you creating new flavors? Hmm.
Yes. Kroger found out that when they found out I had a bakery, then they found out I had 26. I would do of the cutie cakes. There's 26 flavors that we had at the bakery, and
Mm.
we would do 26 in one week. So 7 were um, the flavors, the everyday flavors that we did every day, and 3 we would change out. So we had 10 flavors each day. And so when they found out we had that I had 26 flavors, it was like, what? And I said, yeah, 26 flavors. And I said, yeah. So I began to tell them some of the flavors from the sweet potato. That's the flavor from
Mm.
the white chocolate, from the brownie cake, which is my mom. That's her name she gave to it. I was because she don't know. Well, yes, she do. She knew. From the strawberry, which I use real strawberries pureed in the batter. From the blueberry, the raspberry, the banana, same thing, real fruit and puree those in the batter. From the orange cream to the hummingbird to the lemon drop to the German chocolate to the birthday cake. I'm trying to think of them as I name them, but those from the key lime. So 26 flavors we had and vanilla. And so one of the things Kroger wanted me to do was add some more flavors. And so we've had actually customers ask, would you do vanilla? Because some people just like they plain Jane, like me.
Right.
I'm a plain Jane. Give me chocolate or vanilla. I'm not into all those flavors, but what I realized, and when you run a bakery, you ain't selling to yourself.
Right.
Because I told my
Right.
customers if it was up to me, y'all would have three flavors: chocolate, chocolate, and chocolate. Because that's my favorite flavor is chocolate. But I
Mm.
know that everybody else like different. They like to taste different things than at a pudding. So we will be adding the next one we'll be doing is a vanilla, and I think
Mm.
the flavors that we've looked at was vanilla, the and the sweet potato. Those are
Oh,
the
that
three in the
sounds
south.
good.
Yeah, and the sweet potato was one of our everyday flavors as well because people wanted that all every day, all day. So vanilla and sweet potato. So with the three flavors we have now out there, red velvet and the chocolate and the key lime,
Mm.
then
Gotcha.
those two. And then the icing we've had doing in stores. People were like, okay, where I find the icing at? Is this your icing? Um, and so we'll be doing something with some icing soon. But in the meantime, what I did was put some icing, simple icing recipes. If you didn't want to buy that icing out of the store bought icing, I put some simple icing recipes on website. You can go and a buttercream, a cream cheese, a chocolate, a key lime. You can go and those pretty much kind of go with anything.
Okay. Cool, cool beans. All right. So the last question comes from Bridget. She wants to know how many, I guess, bottles of cutie cakes would it take to make a bundt cake? Hmm.
So you need to.
Two.
If you were to make a 8 inch, to everything else, well, the cheesecake one, Chewy's one, the cake pops one bottle, but with the bundt cake and I think it's another cake on there, a marble cake because a marble cake takes
Mm.
two. It's two.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. You got two different flavors anyway.
Right.
You would need two bottles because you're making two flavors. But even if you're just doing the bundt cake and you're doing one flavor, you would need two. If you're doing a birthday cake, you're doing an 8 inch, you need two bottles because most people, when they make cakes, they do two layers. I do three layers because that's just me and I did it in the bakery. I like high cakes. So
Mm-hmm.
that was just because I like high cakes. And so most cakes are, standard is two layers. So if you wanted a two-layer cake, an 8 inch, what you would need to do two bottles of the cutie cake cupcake batter in a bottle. But if you were doing a 6 inch cake, that's the smallest cake. You would only need one
Mm.
bottle. So
Okay.
it's 8 inch or 10 inch. And of course, the more you get, the more you need. But that's
Mm.
one of the things that's in our future is do the cake in the bottle. And the cake in the bottle would be a much bigger bottle, and you would only need about one bottle for a cake if it was a two-layer, versus having to buy two right now with the 16 ounce, which is the 16 ounce. So yeah. So anything else on there, you only need one bottle.
Gotcha, gotcha. All right, and
Yeah.
last but certainly not least, from yours truly, um, everyone is on social media these days. Everybody's got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and every minute there's these pop up bakers, these pop up cake shops, and everybody's popping up with stuff. Be it that you're so seasoned as a baker, as a professional, and you've grown up with these recipes that are necessarily a family tradition for you. What advice would you offer to these new up and coming aspiring bakers?
Be proven in what you do.
Mm,
Um, so you can't not do it just for the money.
right.
You cannot allow your vision to be obscured with dollar signs because you're going to fail every time.
Mm,
If it's a passion, not a job,
right.
it's going to come naturally and easily. And you want to do it versus you're forced to do it.
Mm,
And the thing about it is because it's cooking, it's got something to do with eating. If it ain't right, people gonna let you know.
mm-hmm.
You know, anything to do with food, people gonna let you know. It's not right. So the thing about it is, you have to be careful when it comes to doing anything with food, with anything, but especially with food, because if you're doing it because you love to get up in the morning, and that's what I live to do. I love to cook. I love to bake. It's going to become uh, that passion is going to be that passion is there. It's going to become a moneymaker for you without you wanting to be a moneymaker. So
Mm,
one of the things is, they say you got to be tried and proven. Don't do it just because this is a quick way for me to make some money
mm-mm.
because you'll be quickly disappointed too.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to you'll be disappointed. So you want to make sure that this is really what you want to do, and you're doing it because I really and truly, from the bottom of my soul, I love baking and cooking.
Yeah.
And now that you ask that question, that I was brought up in Savannah. I from 8 years old, I've been baking and cooking. I've written 2 cookbooks.
Mm, okay.
And so with writing, I've written 2 cookbooks, and in each cookbook, I told stories. It was real recipes, real stories, real people. And I started from my childhood, and after each story, I had recipes. And so I'm telling you my childhood story, and then I'm telling you, putting recipes behind it. And so what I'm doing, I just didn't start doing it. It's been in me. It's like it's part of my bloodline
Mm,
because my mom, my grandmother, my great grandmother. Because the thing about it, I use a lot of different recipes from each person,
mm,
even from my great grandmother, because she had the best. My mother's grandmother had the best caramel cake. We called her Big Mama, and I lived for the day. I didn't like to go to her house except for when I had to get that caramel cake. She got a caramel cake, I'm coming. I want to go, but I loved her caramel cake. So I pulled from each person, my great grandmother, my grandmama, my mom's mom, my grandmother, my dad's mom, my mom, my aunt. And that's why I call my company Legends Food, because I am standing on their shoulders right now.
mm,
It's because of them that I am where I am. And so I don't take any of the credit, it's because of them, but most of all it's because of God. Because if he had not made them, if he had not created them, I couldn't be here. And
right.
so I know that it was part of, I know now this is a part of why I'm here. Um, and I've turned it into a somewhat of a ministry because my thing is I want to be able to help people the question you ask, you know, they got to be able to want to do this. And this is, if you want to start a business, this is how you do it. Most people won't tell you what to do or how to do it. And then so I realized I come from a line of bakers and cooks and entrepreneurs too,
Mm,
because they all did, they all
yeah.
had their own little businesses back then. We just didn't know what entrepreneur was, and neither
Mm,
did they that word. So I know that what I'm doing. It's been in me, but here's the thing: I used to tell people because people always ask me, some of my classmates, "Is this what you always wanted to do?" No, because I love doing it, and when I learned how to do it, I wanted to do it. But when
mm-hmm.
they knew I knew how to do it, when I say they, my mama, my grandmama, all I was made to do it. And when
Right.
we made to do something, we don't want to do it no more. And so it was like, hey, you gotta get out of this house. I don't want to, go cook.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta, go bake that cake. So I didn't want to do it no more because they made me do it when they realized I knew it how to do it and do it well. Even some of the
Right.
stuff they said I did better than them. So, it was like, how did it come back? Well, it came back because it was always in you, and this is what you're here for.
Mm,
So, and so that's what I know that in it it's a ministry because I get to talk to people, and in talking to people, I get to tell them my story and where God has brought me from, and this is how I got here. And when I put my trust in Him, this is where you end up at. You know.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Well, Andrea, thank you so much for being on the show with us today. Let us know, do you have any upcoming appearances? Where can people tune in?
Yes. I will be on Michael and Joy in the morning. In the morning. So please tune in. You can actually go and stream it live, and I'll be on there. I think it's 7:15,
Okay.
7:30, 7:15. So I'll be on that show. I have a couple other things. I'm actually going to be a speaker at it's the Women's Conference, Entrepreneur Conference, and that's at the Wesley Temple Library in March the 25th. And then we're working on the world's largest cupcake party. So we're working on
Yes.
that. So stay tuned. Yeah, the world's largest cupcake party. We're working on it where it's going to be 150 kids, and they're
Oh,
going to have their own
wow.
bottle of shake, pouring bake in it, and so we're doing something in conjunction with Rockdale Career Academy, the Rockdale County Schools, and it's going to be fun. So you want to keep an eye out for that as well. So just the website www.cutiecakes.net, and my handle it's at shop. I'm sorry, it's at Shake Pour Bake Instagram, and the Facebook is Cutie Cakes. Shake Pour Bake as well. So
Awesome.
follow me, keep up with it, and my third book, of course, is out there. You can buy it on my website. We're getting it on Amazon, but right now you can buy it on the website, and it's called Recipe to Retail, and it tells you my story, the good, the bad, the ugly. I make myself transparent, and I tell you my story of how I got into Kroger and tell you what to do so you don't make the pitfalls and the mistakes that I did. And it's called Recipe to Retail, how I got my product to market.
Awesome sauce. Well, thank you so much, Andrea. I really appreciate you. You are an inspiration, not only to me, but anyone that is listening to this podcast, because I know people to and fro are coming up. In the last week, Japan has picked up on me, Indonesia, and
Wow.
another part of Brazil. So shout out to you guys.
Yay!
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
Perfect. Yeah.
whoop.
Thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed talking with you. I
No
really do. You
problem.
are such a sweetheart.
Oh,
Such a
you're so
sweetheart.
sweet. Thank you. And I appreciate everybody that download the show. Of course, you can stay tuned to me and definitely check out Andre. Go check out cutiecakes.net. That is cutiecakes.net. And of course, you can find out everything on me on ashsaidit.com. That is ashsaidit.com. I've got some shows. Of course, Ashby TV is up and live on the site right now. Go check out episode 1 and episode 2. We got some more surprises in store, so look out for social media on all those great things. I appreciate you guys so much. Remember to stay focused. And anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them in the face and say, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. All right? Because that's what we're doing this for. We're doing this for the history books. We're not doing this for social media fame. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. I love you guys. Deuces.